Good morning, Hickory Bend All-Stars. This is Mrs. Westerfield, and welcome to your first music teaching class online. I just want to let you guys know that these videos will not be as long as a regular music class at school. Right now, I'm going to be making videos, one video for every grade level, so it won't be quite as long as a regular class. Plus, I know you guys have a lot going on with e-learning, and you're getting a lot of info being brought to you from different teachers, and so I don't want to make this too overwhelming. So today, make sure that you have a paper and pencil with you. You can pause this video right now to go get that if you need. If you don't have access to a paper or pencil at home, go ahead and just watch the video anyways, it's totally fine. So today we're going to focus on the treble clef sign, the bass clef sign, and the staff. For some of you, we've talked about these music symbols recently, but others of you, maybe we talked about it at the beginning of the year, or it's been some time, so this will be a good review for you. If you watched the 6 videos from the music show, some of this was covered there too, so that should actually help you. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the staff. The staff is made up of 5 lines, and you should go ahead and draw this on your paper also. And when you draw it, draw all the way across the page so you have a lot of space to put other music symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines to the staff. The area in between the lines is called a space. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 spaces in a staff. Here is the word staff. And for my little ones, it sounds just as it spells. Staff. Okay, the staff is really important because where a note gets put on the staff, whether it's got a line going through it, whether it's sitting on a space, whether it's on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th line, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th space, tells us the letter name of that note. So that's why the staff is really important in music. The next symbol I'm going to review with you is called the treble clef sign. The word is spelled treble. It's not in trouble. It has an E. Clef sign. When we've talked about this symbol before, I always tell you guys about my great idea about having a music-themed water park, and this would be the most awesome water slide ever. So first, we have the straight line down. So go ahead and draw a straight line down. Then you would come back to the top, go to your right, cross over the straight line, come up and around. There's the stairs up our water slide. You get on your tube and woohoo, all the way down into the big pool. Awesome water slide the treble clef sign would be. Go ahead and practice drawing that. The treble clef sign tells us that any notes that come after it are for higher voices, higher sounding instruments. Right now, we all have higher sounding voices. We all sing in treble clef. Instruments like the flute, the clarinet, the trumpet, the violin, these are all examples of treble clef instruments. They sound high. On the piano, treble clef is the right side of the piano. Those are all the higher notes. We will mostly be focusing with treble clef since none of us sing in bass clef and we don't play bass clef instruments in elementary school. I do want you to know what the bass clef symbol is though. The bass clef symbol kind of looks like an ear. So you start about at the second to the top line, and you draw all the way down. Go ahead and try doing that. And then you add 2 dots. I always say this would make a pretty good water slide too. Go up and then get on your tube, go in and swirl around. And these would be really great fountains that spurt up like sprinklers that you could run through. Alrighty. I'm giving away all my great water theme park ideas. So this is the bass clef. Bass is spelled this way, B-A-S-S. Now in English, that's usually pronounced bass, like as in a fish. But in music, it's not actually an English word, which is why it gets pronounced bass. Any other time you're using the word bass in the English language, you're generally going to spell it this way, like if you're talking about baseball. But in music, this is the correct spelling. Bass means low. So any notes that come after the bass clef symbol are going to sound lower. The bass clef is the lower half of the piano. And my young boys, I always tell you guys, right now we are all singing in treble clef. Ladies, we always stay in treble clef. But boys, when you get to be around 8th, 9th, 10th grade, your voices will change, and then you will sing in bass clef. Hopefully you'll come back to see me when you're that old and come visit me, and I'll say, "Hi, how are you?" And you'll say, "Hello, Mrs. Westerfield." And I'll say, "Oh my, your voice has changed and you're in bass clef." And you'll probably be taller than me. I'll have to look up at you. So we will be focusing though mostly on the treble clef, but I wanted you to be familiar with what that symbol is. So right now, if you have your paper and pencil, you should have drawn the 5 lines, the 4 spaces of the staff, your treble clef sign, straight line down, back to the top, right, left, up and around, and your bass clef symbol. Make the ear 2 dots. If you get bored and if the weather ever gets a little bit nicer, if you have access to a driveway or a sidewalk where you could take some sidewalk chalk, you might want to practice drawing these things outside and share a little music with everyone who walks or drives by and they can see your awesome music that you're learning. We're going to stop with just this today, and tomorrow we'll begin with the C major scale and we'll learn our first 3 notes, C, D, and E. I hope everyone had a good review with this, remembering things that we learned when we were back at school, and take care till tomorrow. Bye.